Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. I'm Ombra and today I'm gonna show you the best way for build your formation if you're playing on an Lotr server. After recent videos where I explained how to build formation for good faction and for evil faction, you asked me to show you how to build your formation in an Lotr server. So I have worked for collect all the information I need from the player who play on an Lotr server, and I'm finally ready for make a video about that. First and all, you need to have clear what is the main role you want on your formation. You want absolutely a support tank, you want a physical damage dealer, you want a white council remover, and you want a support damage dealer. It's very important to have one commander for each role of this list, cause that's gonna increase the efficiency of your entire formation. When I talk about a support tank, I talk about a commander that have some kind of buff for your formation, for increase the sustain and also for increase the sustain of the other army. The main role of that commander is receiving damage, don't go down, and tank as much damage as possible. When I talk about a physical damage dealer commander, I'm talking about a commander that excel on inflict a lot of physical damage by themselves. On this commander that you really want is all increase the attack and the damage of that commander. The White Council counter or White Council remover is a commander that ignore the White Council, can be a commander like the Shadow that can clear the White Council, or can be a commander like 𝒆𝒚𝒘𝒐𝒓𝒅𝒔 that have the possibility to avoid that. Is the commander that role is inflict damage over White Council or cancel that. And for last, the support damage dealer is a commander that main role is support, so you want some kind of buff for your formation for increased durability or damage, but at the same time you don't gonna build this commander as tank because you already have one. You're gonna focus instead on increased focus, for example, or attack of the troop, depends of what commander you're gonna run on this position. Now, after the explanation of all the roles, it's important to know what commander are inside each roles. But first, and do this, I wanna ask you to smash like on the video and also subscribe to my channel if you're not already. That's gonna help me a lot to grow. If we talk about the best formation possible for Lotr, of course we have Sauron as support tank, because you want a commander that have a chance of stall the enemy buff and also increase the damage you dealt. Of course also the CC of Sauron are really strong, and with the fact you don't need the damage, you can build it as a tank. Then as physical damage dealer you want Dane, probably the best in terms of pure damage. In a recent report I see one Dane deal 290k of damage in a single battle, and that is completely crazy. At White Council counter I love to play Bjorn. He's not only very strong versus White Council because they have a lot of instance of damage, but also because the real damage of Bjorn arrive at round 4 when the White Council probably is already gone. So you're gonna have a decent clear in the first 3 rounds and then a big burst damage on round 4. And for last, of course, the one that defined this meta, we have Gandalf the White as support damage dealer. With the skill White Council a must, you're gonna gain for all your team 78% damage reduction for the first 7 hit receive, and that is an insane amount of damage reduction. And the crazy part of that is if you wail enough, Gandalf the White is also a pretty decent damage dealer, can deal 100k of damage in one single battle. That cause you can build focus on them for scale with the buff and also scale with the damage. But now let's say for example you didn't have Sauron and you want still play Lotr, what you can do? In this case you have just to check the second slot of the support tank and you're gonna find Falgin, a better tank than Sauron. Of course you don't have the possibility of stall, but you're gonna have a lot more capability of support your allied and also a very solid tank in frontline. If you didn't have Gandalf the White, of course you can think to run Gil-galad, but that is wrong. You don't want Gil-galad because if you run Falgin you don't want to run Elf, and if you run Gil-galad you don't want to run Dwarf. So the only things you need to know here is don't run Falgin and Gil-galad together. Instead you can think to run Aragorn King of the Man, that is a very good damage dealer and also with the Respect 5 skill can be a really solid support, in particular if you fight versus meta commander like Sauron. Then let's say you didn't have Dane, also you can bring Bjorn as physical damage dealer that is very solid, equal to Dane, and as White Council counter you can bring 𝒆𝒚𝒘𝒐𝒓𝒅𝒔 for example, but you can also the Shadow without problem. It's a different different style of counter White Council, but it's still very solid. And as physical damage dealer, if you didn't have Bjorn, no problem, you can bring in Gimli. If you don't have Falcon, of course you can bring in Gil-galad, this very solid support tank. Also, you're gonna run Elf on 3 formation and you're gonna have Evade in the early game. And then as super damage dealer, you can bring Galadriel, for example, for increase the sustain with the healing and also with the focus damage. And you can continue like this, just following the spreadsheet I create. That's all for this video. If you like it, just smash like on that and also subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Let me know in the comment if you have some question about the formations. I also have a Discord channel where I talk every day with my followers. I invite you to join that if you're interested to talk with me. You're gonna always find the link in the description of the video. I wanna also remember you have an affiliated link with the game that allow you to buy gems from the official site of the game, and if you choose to use my link, the devs gonna recognize me a little commission of what you spend and you're gonna support directly my channel. I'm gonna leave you the link on the description of the video and also in the first comment. Again, thank you for following me and see you in the next. Woo!